Satnam, I'm Nirvair Singh Khalsa, and welcome to the month of October. Today we're going to do this month we're going to do a terrific Kriya that Yogi Bhajan taught. And this Kriya is actually, you can find in the 21 stages of meditation. It's under Sage, that particular stage of meditation, that facet of meditation called Sage. And we're going to use a mantra called the Siri Mantra, which is Ek Onkar, Satgur Prasad, Ek Onkar. Actually, Yogi Bhajan also called this a Mangalacharan. Most of you that are students of Kundalini Yoga as taught by Yogi Bhajan identify Mangalacharan with Adgre Name, Jugadgre Name, Satgre Name, Siddhi Gurudeve Name. But this is also a Mangalacharan, Mangala, the auspicious nature of, and Charan, God's feet. It's actually walking towards that spiritual recognition and protection of your own self. And so this is a mantra actually historically very significant, given by Guru Nanak to his son, the great yogi, Baba Siri Chand. And so it is in the Sikh scripture, Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib. But what Yogi Bhajan said about this mantra in this way is that you're doing it with a very specific mudra, which is a seal for the mantra. It just like seals it so that it can be contained and integrated with you in kind of an intercellular way. The reason we're doing this mantra this particular month is because I've been studying the Library of Teachings, as usual. It's a daily thing for me, so fascinating, for looking things up about fate and destiny. That was another concept that Yogi Bhajan talked about quite a bit, fate and destiny. I think I found maybe 240 different references that he made to it, approximately. Fate and destiny, the idea is that you have an overall destiny, and from our point of view philosophically, is like you're moving towards your merger to the infinite. That is really kind of your ultimate destiny. But you're born with an elementary destiny, and that elementary destiny is intertwined with your fate. Fate and destiny are basically different sides of the same coin. And that is ruled by your samskaras. What has happened for you in past lives that you're bringing back within you so that you can learn and work out in this life. But ultimately, to actually make that whole process smooth, Yogi Bhajan talked about a creative destiny, a creative way, an applied way of looking at your destiny, a way of like keeping yourself in alignment with your infinite self, to juxtapose yourself and to create relationship with the higher part of you, the infinite part of you. It's why we do a sadhana in the morning, not only to clear ourselves, but to remember in a conscious way and in a subconscious way that infinite part of ourselves by really remembering God and all its different parts that are also outside of us and also inside of us and part of ourselves as well. And so by keeping in that consciousness and that awareness of the application of that destiny, it helps you to stay awake, right? The idea is not to go to sleep. Once you start walking on a spiritual path, you want to stay awake to that path. You want to stay awake to that consciousness and awareness that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, that you're working within the infinite boundaries, if you would call that a boundary, nice juxtaposition there, the boundaries of your infinite self, because your life is bounded by time and space. Your fate creates a place where you are born. Your fate has created the length of your life. The fate creates the end of your life. And you want to actually live to the best of your ability within your destiny so you don't go back to sleep. Yogi Bhajan talked this idea of living your fate as being a spiritual death. You want to have a spiritual life in this incarnation and really work through those tendencies and those samskaras to work things out. So the essence of the whole Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib, the Sikh scripture of Japji, of everything in essence, is this one mantra. Ek Onkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad Ek Onkar. Right? There's one God present in everything. Just realize that and recognize it. Satgur Prasad. It comes through the technical know-how, the grace comes, the beauty comes, the realization is what's really true. So we say that mantra and then we reverse that mantra, Ek Onkar Satgur Prasad, and then the grace of that prasad, the truth of that prasad, that gift to us, comes by recognizing the oneness within us and the oneness in the entire universe. It's such a beautiful mantra. You want to really recite it and say it with reverence. We're going to be doing it in a continuous recitation in a monotone. Once again, there's some beautiful recordings of this. So we'll do the tune and mantra. Om Namo Gurudev Namo, 3 times on a breath for each repetition. And then we're going to have this very specific mudra. You're going to have your hands in Gyan Mudra, and then you're going to lay the right in the left like this, and then you're going to join those two, this Gyan Mudra together. It's like a super Sarab Gyan Mudra. That's actually what this is called, Sarab Gyan Kriya. And you're going to bring this up in front of the solar plexus, up at a comfortable place, chest up high, neck lock, and you're going to have the eyes gazing at the tip of the nose, keeping both sides of the nose in equal view. And this is about the pace we're going to chant. Ek Onkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Onkar, Ek Onkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Onkar, Ek Onkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Onkar. So it stays continuous, all right? You heard me take a breath, but I didn't actually give a whole beat in the mantra to the breath. So it's like quick breaths in between the repetitions, maybe 12 to 15 seconds for a couple of repetitions of the mantra. Right at the end of the meditation, what you're going to do is you're going to place your hands in prayer pose like this, and you're going to stretch the arms up overhead and suspend the breath. And you'll do that through 3 times to really consolidate the effects of this Sarab Gyan Kriya, using this beautiful mantra, Ek Onkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad Ek Onkar. We want to live our destiny. We don't want to fall into our fate. We want to work through the things that we've brought from past lives in here, really in grace, in dignity, with commitment, so we can be of service to ourselves and service to other people, and in that awareness and consciousness that we are really infinite beings having this human spiritual experience. So we'll do this together this month in October, and I look forward to it being with you again in the ethers, meditating together. Sat Nam.